आदरणीय केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री श्री अमित भाई शाह जी, विदेश मंत्री डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर जी, मंत्रीगण, संसदगण, अपने लेखों द्वारा इस पुस्तक में योगदान देने वाले प्रबुद्ध लेखगण, ब्लूक्राफ्ट डिजिटल फाउंडेशन का मुख्य कार्यकारी अधिकारी श्री अखिलेश मिश्रा जी, ब्लूक्राफ्ट डिजिटल फाउंडेशन के निर्देशक श्री हितेश जैन जी, रूपा पब्लिकेशन के मुख्य कार्यकारी अधिकारी श्री कपेश मेहरा जी, सम्मानित अतिथिगण, अधिकारीगण, मीडिया के मित्रों, बहनों और भाइयों, आज हम सब लोग देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी के जीवन और कृतित्व पर आधारित इस पुस्तक का लोकार्पण हेतु आयोजन कर रहे कार्यक्रम में भाग ले रहे। मेरा मन में भी बहुत हार्दिक प्रसन्नता हो रही है। सचमुच में श्री मोदी जी एक ऐसी नेता है जिन्होंने विश्व के सामने ये साबित किया है कि सपनों का सिद्ध भी की जा सकते हैं, सपनों का साकार भी की जा सकता है। यह मेरा सौभाग्य है। इस पुस्तक में योगदान करने वाले अनेक विभूतियों आज इस अवसर पर हमारे बीच उपस्थित है। आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। My dear brothers and sisters, I feel very happy to be here amidst you all and also release this important publication about various aspects of personality and administration of our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Bhai Modi. After going through it, I can say these distinguished authors have contributed to this excellent publication in a well articulated manner so as to make the nation know about the great thoughts and deeds of the great man. I compliment each of these writers on their incisive analysis and cogent presentation. They have masterfully traced the contours of an iconic leader's fascinating journey of 20 years. It really was fascinating. I am not here to speak anything about politics. I am no longer in party politics. I am retired from politics but not tired from public life. That's why I am here and I am happy. Amit Bhai, being a politician, he can speak very freely about his party and his point of view. But I can't do it. I don't want to do it also because of my own responsibility. But I have no hesitation. The moment it was mentioned to me that such a book has been brought out, and the publishers desired that I should release this without waiting for a minute, I said, I shall do it. I'm happy to do it. And I'm doing it today. Because the nation, the people, the younger generation of the country, they should know the in and outs of the great contribution made by the Prime Minister. He is the Prime Minister of the country, elected Prime Minister, and elected each time with more majority. And the country today is happy that India is respected and recognized worldwide thanks to Narendra Bhai Modi's leadership. I had an occasion to work with him politically when I was in politics. I had an occasion to work with him in the administration and I was a minister. And also, I have been working along with him and other colleagues in my present capacity as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha and also the Vice President of India. These experiences, they are really very happy sometimes, I can tell you. Because it's a great pleasure to meet a person, know his thoughts and his actions. The book is very aptly named as Modi, 20 Dreams Meeting Delivery. This is what is important. Dreams meeting delivery. Because at the end of the day, delivery is more important. Delivery to the people. And this book aptly describes the various initiatives, thoughts, his vision, and its implementation and success of those dreams. This is what is more important. Anybody can dream. Some people do dreaming in daytime also. That is the pleasure they can derive. That's human. I don't find fault with anybody. I don't have anybody in my mind. And nothing wrong in dreaming. Dream high, aim high, work hard. That is what even Abdul Kalam ji said, dream high, aim high, work hard. Here is an example. A man who was having dreams about the country and its welfare, working hard day and night and delivering them. My dear youngsters who are all watching this program on television, I suggest to all of you, go through the book in detail, analyze and understand, and know the master craftsmanship of working hard. This book is a rare compilation that gives the readers a ringside view of the evolution of one of the most popular and iconic leaders of modern India. The first Prime Minister born after independence. After independence, he is born after independence. Like some of us. Sri Narendra Bhai, however, last 20 years, carved out a unique place in the history of post-independent India. Earlier for about 13 years as the Chief Minister of Gujarat, and over the last 8+ years as the Prime Minister. There is a Modi phenomenon. Even his detractors, opponents, agree that Modi is a phenomenon, whether you like it or not. He is a phenomenon. At the national level, even at the international level also, we are all seeing the reports that a person who has no earlier administrative experience becoming a chief minister, doing a wonderful work, and then becoming a prime minister, and then in the international arena also, he is recognized, he is respected, India also is respected and recognized. This book presents different facets of the distinct thought process, the pioneering proactive approach, and the quite essential transformational leadership. The style that Narendra Bhai has come to be so closely identified with. He gave a 3-line mantra, and he lives up to the spirit of the mantra. He said, reform, perform, transform. Transformation of the society, transformation of the individuals, and transformation of the nation. Transformation for what? Transformation to better the lives of the people of the country. This is the mantra, and he is living up to the mantra. Always thinking, always trying to improve, and always thinking about uplifting the poorest of the poor. This is what has made him more popular in the country. This publication certainly helps in decoding Sri Narendra Bhai Modi and helps understanding how he has the courage to dream big for the people of his country and the grit to translate these dreams into tangible reality, positively impacting the lives of crores of Indians. The experiential learning, experimental itself, the basis of Modi's vision. Book encompasses the experiential journey of Sri Narendra Bhai Modi since he left his house at the tender age of 17 years and set out on a mission of knowing himself, his country, and finally defining the mission of transforming India. Public life is a mission for him, and he never gave any remission or do any omission, had the passion for the nation. That's why he's able to work like this. Thinking about the country with a passion and trying to transform the country. Always ideas. As I told you, I have some experience. Swachha Bharat, housing for all. So Amrut, so many ideas. Even when I was Minister for Urban Development and all. And we used to discuss. And he always used to come with some innovative idea. And he has no hesitation to discuss and hear the views of others. As Amit Bhai was telling, people say, no, Narendra Bhai Modi is impatient. Yes, he is impatient about the slow progress. He wants everything to be accelerated because after 70 years of independence, still there are problems for the country. Yes, we are a big nation. So he wants to see that those gaps are filled up at the earliest. Poverty eradication, ending illiteracy, ending social discrimination. These are the priorities. That's why the personality has become acceptable to the large sections of the people. His extensive travels, both within and outside the country, deep immersion in socio-cultural work since early days, and keen observation of the problems of the people and the nation, and an abiding faith in the potential of the people and the country shaped the vision of Sri Narendra Bhai Modi. He put to effective use his valuable learnings to write a developmental script for his own state, Gujarat, as Chief Minister, and scaled up the same at the national level as the Prime Minister. Sri Narendra Bhai's vision, his dreams and mission India have been shaped by his extensive travels and insightful experiential journey. This is the fundamental differentiation that makes Sri Modi ji unique in several ways. There is probably no other public figure in the present contemporary times who had a comparable experiential journey as Sri Narendra Bhai Modi. The focused attention of Sri Narendra Bhai to all-round development as Chief Minister of Gujarat since 2001 and as Prime Minister since 2014 is an expression and a manifestation of numerous felt experiences accumulated during the stints as a social activist and later as a political activist. His ability, mobility, coupled with stability, is bringing prosperity to the nation. One thing which I have also learned from my own experience is meet as many people as possible. Interact with as many people as possible. You will become more acceptable. And then you will get into the reality of the situation. This is what I learned from my experience also. And Sri Narendra Bhai Modi not only used to extensively travel, even now he is traveling, of course. interacts with the people, and convey his thoughts. Today, in spite of so many problems and challenges, he is able to communicate with the people. Communication is the biggest transformation he brought in the nation. This has to be understood. You have to communicate your ideas, reach as many people as possible. India is a country of diverse cultures and religions, regions. There are problems of language. So many things are there, but still is able to communicate to the people on regular basis and convey his thoughts and rationale. As I told you, I don't want to get into politics, but because of his communicative skills, in spite of that demonetization, still he was able to win the election because he communicated with the people, and people developed trust in him. They had that confidence. Whatever this man does, he is doing for the sake of us. This sort of confidence he has built in with the people because of his regular communication. Born in a working class family, Sri Modi ji is full conversant with the struggles of the poor, and India had them in good numbers when he was young. Struggles of a nation are a collective of such individual struggles. As a perspective learner, Sri Modi acquired a deep understanding of such struggles at both the individual and at collective levels. In the process, he has realized that if India has to be revitalized, change must begin and be felt at the individual level. This is very important. The quality of life of each individual becomes his central focus. Sri Modi's comprehensive vision is shaped by his deep understanding of the life, works and philosophy of Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar ji, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya ji, and many other leading lights, while the Mahatma took the freedom struggle from out of hands of the elite to turn it into a mass movement. Sri Narendra Modi, as Chief Minister and Prime Minister, converted developmental initiatives into such a mass movement. I remember when we were launching this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Prime Minister told me, I was Minister at the time, Urban Development, he told me, Venkaiah ji, इसको एक सरकार का कार्यक्रम का रूप नहीं देना, इसको एक राजनीतिक कार्यक्रम का रूप में नहीं देना. मेरा मन में आश्चर्य, अरे राजनीतिक नहीं, सरकार नहीं तो और क्या है. उन्होंने कहा इसको एक जन आंदोलन का रूप देना चाहिए, जन आंदोलन, जन भागीदारी. क्योंकि over the years our psyche has been affected in such a manner that everything will be done by the government. सब काम सरकार करेगा, हम बेकार बैठे तो चलेगा. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Unless people get themselves involved, and they are made to involve, and they feel that it's for their good, the nation cannot move. This has been proved beyond doubt. And you know that I don't want to recollect all those schemes in detail, but they are becoming mass movements because of huge participation of the people. People's participation is vital. Jana Bhagidari. At every crisis, every time, crises are there, and he converted crisis into opportunity. ये भी बहुत लोगों को आश्चर्य लगता है, अरे भाई ये तो आया, ये तो संभाल नहीं पाएगा. मगर बाद में ऐसी क्राइसिस को भी उन्होंने अपॉर्चुनिटी के रूप में कैसा कन्वर्ट करना करके दिखाया. That's an example. Taking bold decisions, even the odds are staked up against us, comes instinctively to him. Temporary failures, episodes, surprises do not better them. One day about the hesitation on taking this vaccine and all we were discussing. Temporary pain for long-term gain. Temporary pain, it may be a little painful when you take that vaccination. But long-term gain. Now we are seeing the effects of it, the pandemic, how India is able to face this pandemic. large people, number of people. Even people, किसी ने मजाक उड़ाया शुरू में क्या है vaccine, they are also quietly getting vaccinated. Because the reason is truth, proven truth. It is required. Along with that, he also made people, which is my favorite, this thing is of people participation, and also people should be healthy. If they are healthy, they can build a wealthy nation. A wealthy nation cannot become a healthy nation. A healthy nation can become a wealthy. See the initiatives for yoga, the motivation. And now yoga has become a fascination across the globe, wherever. And also his fascination for the Indian culture, which is given by our forefathers. Now everywhere people are trying to follow our tradition, our culture, at least show that when we meet and greet people. Because the leader who is practicing, propagating, professing faith, he believes in it and he is showing it to the people, and people also started realizing, because we are a great civilization, thousands of years of our forefathers have given us this civilization, and we should protect that civilization. Civilization is different from religion. Some people have a wrong belief. Religion is different. Religion also is good in its own way, but there are different religions. But civilization, the great civilization, Indianness, Bharatiyata. And whenever I see the Prime Minister visiting any country, people are welcoming it with the Indian tradition, with Indian methods. And it is becoming now universally acceptable that the great Indian traditions are being respected, repeated, practiced by many across the globe. Taking bold decisions and also explaining their rationale, reaching out to the people and learning new things and then passing on them to the people. So he propagated a theory that our collective strength can make us emerge as a strong nation by building on the unique voice and vision that India has traditionally stood for in the global stage. He has demonstrated that India has an incredibly vast treasure of knowledge and wisdom that can be relevant for making the entire planet a better place to live. My dear brothers and sisters, thinking big and acting in scale. India is big in numbers and its problems among us, given the scale of population and the range of diversities. To address them, Modi ji has to think big and execute in a scale, in a speed, and the results are obvious. Some members attest this approach. Opening of 45 crore new bank accounts. मुझे याद आ रहा है जब हम सरकार में थे, उन्होंने कहा सबको बैंक अकाउंट खोलना चाहिए. मैंने कहा ठीक है, हमारा जमाना में पूरा हो जाएगा. उन्होंने कहा क्या जमाना? मैंने कहा हमारा टेन्यूर नहीं, जल्दी होना चाहिए. मैंने कहा जो काम 50 साल से नहीं हो पाया उसमें उसको 5 साल में करना है, तो उन्होंने said no. He was restive. And no, you see the कुछ लोगों ने मजाक उड़ाया, अकाउंट क्या, पैसा ही नहीं है तो बैंक अकाउंट खोलने में मतलब क्या है? मगर आप लोग देख रहे हैं कितना बैंक अकाउंट है, पैसा कहां से आया? And one of the greatest contribution of this government is direct delivery, DBT. It has to be improved further at all levels by all people concerned, various stages of administration, center, state and local bodies and all. This delivery mechanism has to be further improved, I do agree, but the good beginning has been made, a bold beginning has been made, direct delivery. Otherwise, the problems of the people in this country, they are suffering, you have to stand in line, meet, greet, and do something in between greeting and meeting and shaking hands and doing something between hands. Direct delivery, straight coming to your accounts. This is what is required. This is a wonderful transformation that has been brought about. And it should be further transformed and accelerated so as to reach the lost man, whoever is having problem. So DBT, I can say, is a great initiative. Building 12 crore toilets, 3 crore houses to add dignity to life, over 5 crore mudra loans, transferring over 20 lakh crore to the deserving beneficiaries under 320 schemes, direct benefit transfer, saving 2 lakh crores in process, bringing tremendous relief to 8 crore poor women with LPG cylinders, about 10 million people giving up their gas subsidy, and another 42 lakh senior citizens foregoing rail fare subsidy, and millions of youth being empowered with upgradation of skills. Appealing to the people to give up cylinder subsidy. देना नहीं ये मानसिकता से बाहर आके लोगों ने इतना त्याग किया, they can afford, so they don't want subsidy. He motivated people in that direction. That is one great aspect. And also some of the senior citizens also giving up this, what you call a concession. 19 crore households getting piped water. Thousands of kilometers of high-class roads being built. Breakneck speed. In fact, of course, this scheme was started by Sriman Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, National Highway Network. Swarna Chaturbhuja Yojana, Attack to Cuttack, Kanyakumari to Kashmir. That road connectivity, rail connectivity, highway connectivity, tele-connectivity, television connectivity, all connectivities started by him, undoubtedly. Great man. And those are now, the way they are being implemented, see the road work network, the way it's expanding in the present regime. Unprecedented expansion of IITs, IIITs, IIMs, AIMS, launching of thousands of model schools, etc., speak for this think big and act scale with the speed approach of the present Prime Minister. It is not that some of these things are like building houses, toilets were not done earlier, but as I was mentioning, he thinks differently and acts differently. Whatever Sri Modi ji does, he brings that with a lot of passion and energy to whatever he thinks and undertakes. He is a man whose sankalpa or determination is firm and who has the perseverance to do whatever is necessary to make the mission succeed. He believes that ultimately outcomes are important. Siddhi, or the fulfillment of the dream, is our ultimate objective. Such big thinking and acting in scale approach doesn't succeed under a top-down approach. It is success hinges on bottom-up approach. And only if the people are made to become active partners, this can happen. That's why the stress on Janabhagidhari. My dear friends, from Gujarat to Delhi, he has travelled a larger canvas and he had a variety of brushes to paint in India his fellow citizens inspire him to create. He is receptive to ideas, whatever good idea from a small man or a big man. Ideas, if once he likes the idea, then he pushes it forward. A lot of examples are there. The successful implementation of programs like Kanya Kelavani for educating the girl child, Sujalam Sufalam paperless secretariat, broadband to all 1,300 villages in Gujarat, recasting governance to make the state vibrant Gujarat, extensive adoption of GIS and GPS in welfare and development planning. He has scaled up all of them from Gujarat to national level. I have no hesitation in describing Modi as a scientist who first experiments and then scales up based on results. In doing so, Sri Modi does human service to the nation by adopting evidence-based initiatives and actions and reducing the chances of failure. My dear brothers and sisters, there is no aspect of our nation's public life that is not impacted by the Prime Minister since he became the Prime Minister. From politics to governance, he has set up a new normal in all domains. It is not business as usual anymore. He set a new benchmarks in all spheres. So Sri Modi ji is now widely being acknowledged as an election machine. In our country we have round-the-clock elections. And everybody is busy in that because election every 3 months, every 6 months. Election means 3-point program, election, collection, selection. So people used to get ready. But he focused more on development, on delivery. That is the reason for his success. This is what I firmly believe. Every practicing politician should have adequate understanding of the life context of common people and insight into their aspirations. He perfected this art. That's why he is seen as a successful campaigner, right from Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation in 1987. He took every election so seriously. Even if he is not there in the campaign, people discuss about him. That's the phenomena in this country. Either his supporters or his opponents. They discuss of Modi, even in municipal election also. And he has proved that a democracy can deliver. 2019 general elections to Lok Sabha has recorded the highest ever voting. This amounts to deepening the democracy and a major contribution of our Prime Minister. The politics of hope. Yes, Sri Narendra Modi is a politician as well 24/7. It is politics of hope and appropriately defined by Amit Bhai in his article. As a fellow traveller of Sri Modi ji, the Home Minister has rightly noted Sri Modi ji ushered in new era of public service. He further stated, and I quote, people looked at Sri Modi as one who would repair their broken dreams and restore India to prosperity. Repair. These observations of Sri Amit Shah, backed by Sri Modi ji's victory in 2014, which was a milestone in the political history of our country. He was voted as the Prime Minister with absolute majority in Lok Sabha after 30 long years. If you want prosperity, you need to have stability. If you want to have progress, peace is the prerequisite for progress. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention and have the retention of the ideas. So tension has to be reduced. It has been considerably reduced in this country. I have no hesitation to say. And all of us should work in public life, whoever is there, taking this occasion, to see peace is maintained at all levels. Respect for each other. Respect for each other. Respecting our political opponents. After all, we are only opponents, we are not enemies. This has to be remembered by one and all. And we are competing with each other in serving the people in our own way. And ultimately it is the people who have to decide. And people in the system also, must also have that patience. Some time back, there was a discussion, there is intolerance is going on in this country, growing. I said, yes. I said, particularly, you are intolerant to the mandate of the people. One must have tolerance, na? भाई 5 साल मौका दिया उनको, 5 साल आप अपना काम करो, उनको अपना काम करने दो, और जनता के बीच में जाके बीच में बताते रहो उनका क्या कमियां है, क्या गलतियां है, क्या शॉर्टकमिंग्स है. उतना पेशेंस होना चाहिए. If you don't have that patience, na, you will become a patient. This has to be understood by one and all. Everyone, irrespective of this, that and all, now in this country, in one state, this party is ruling, in another state, another party is ruling, and in the other state, another party also is ruling, new parties are ruling. So there are different models. So each political party and leader must aim to improve the lot of the common man, improve the image of system, utilize the parliamentary forums in a better, effective manner, and enhance the prestige and honor of the parliament, of the legislatures, of the institutions while we are all working. We should respect them and we should utilize that forum. And in that forums also should be properly utilized. That's why I always say, let the government propose, let the opposition oppose, let the House dispose. There is no other way. This has to be understood by one and all. So my dear friends, I suggest to all the youngsters particularly to go through the contribution made by these people, analyze it, agree, disagree, no problem, because that is what is democracy and all, and then highlight where you disagree, how you disagree, and what you disagree, and then propagate the ideas to strengthen democratic functioning in the country. The Prime Minister's rigorous work schedule, I have the experience. He always works. मेरा पत्नी ने एक दिन मुझे बताया, मैं प्राइवेट विषय है फिर भी पब्लिक में बता रहा हूँ, थोड़ा मेरे पत्नी ने कहा प्रधानमंत्री को बताइए थोड़ा सा रात में ज्यादा समय सोना चाहिए. तो आई कन्वे टू प्राइम मिनिस्टर, भाई मेरा पत्नी जानता है, तो कहने कहा उनका ये, उन्होंने कहा मुझे नींद आता नहीं, नींद नहीं आया तो मैं क्या करूं? Because he always thinks, he is never satisfied, he wants to improve further. You think that you have done an excellent work, he says there is scope for further excellence. He always thinks on those lines. That restiveness is not to create unrest. The restiveness is to improve further, to better the life of the people. That should be there in every politician, of any party, of anything. Not to be restive that you have not been elected or selected or rejected. The restiveness is to do better and believe in future, work hard, and then you can really move. This Shrestha Bharat, Swachha Bharat, Swastha Bharat, Surakshit Bharat, Sampanna Bharat, Surakshit Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are all collectively dreaming of. These are possible only when we all work together, work sincerely and work earnestly. प्रिय बहनों और भाइयों, यह पुस्तक अपने क्षेत्र के विशेषज्ञों के द्वारा लिखी गई साक्ष्य आधारित प्रामाणिक जिस विश्लेषणात्मक लेखों का संकलन है, यह एक प्रेरणास्पद जीवन वृत्ति है. इसमें भारतीय लोकतंत्र की अंतर्निहित शक्ति दिखती है. बदलाव का प्रतीक एक नेता राष्ट्रीय जीवन में कैसी सकारात्मक परिवर्तन ला सकते हैं, यह इस पुस्तक में दिखता है. इस प्रकाशन का लोकार्पण करते हुए मुझे अत्यंत हर्ष हो रहा है. इस पुस्तक में अपने लेखों से योगदान देने वाले सभी आदरणीय महानुभावों का और ब्लू क्राफ्ट डिजिटल फाउंडेशन का और इस पुस्तक के प्रकाशन करने वाले सबको मैं हार्दिक बधाई देना चाहता हूं और अभिनंदन देता हूं. My dear friends, that we all assembled here for this function, and we had an opportunity to go through the views of different people and also hear the views from the government, and let us really take the spirit of hard work, determination, dynamism forward, because making of developed India, some people may mischievously try to make it Modi, MODI. No, making of developed India. That should be our aim. Development in every sense. Happiness among the people. It's not a question of prosperity alone. What is required is happiness. Living without tension, happily. We should move in that direction. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी आपके इस संबोधन के लिए। और अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगी पुस्तक के प्रकाशक रूबा पब्लिकेशन के सीईओ श्री